We play and call it work.
Hey folks, Janene from MiniWarGaming here with another how-to video for you. In this video, we are going to paint the hood on this Solitaire Mini, and we want to do kind of a grayish white color to complement the colors that we used in the diamond pattern. As always, if you have suggestions for something you'd like to see in a future how-to video, please leave them down below in the comments. Now, the reason that I decided to go with a white color for the hood is because I've got so many colors on the coat. I wanted to make sure that I have a few elements that are a little bit more simple. So I'm going to start with the color of the fang. I'm going to mix it with a little bit of medium before I apply it, either Lamian medium or whatever medium you prefer. And I'm applying this all over the cloth hood. I want to make sure that I get it into all of the folds, right up to where it's tucked inside the collar of the coat and right up to the face on the inside of the hood as well. I'm deciding to go with a very cool toned blue because that is the kind of colors that I used when painting the diamond pattern on the pants, and I want to make sure that the hood and the diamonds complement each other. This is going to take me a couple of layers to really build up a nice opaque color, and that's fine. My next color is rust gray. We're also thinning this paint, and we're going to do that with all of our paints. And we're going to apply this over most of the hood. In this step, I'm really going to block out where I want my shadows to be, and those are the only areas that I'm going to leave the rust gray color. So I'm going to leave the areas that are in the deepest folds of this cloth. So there's one really strong fold right next to the face, and I kind of want to exaggerate that, so I'm leaving a pretty large section shadowed right next to the face. Other than that, there's some pretty normal folds right behind it, and I want to make sure that I leave a little bit of shadow just at the very bottom of the curve where the hood kind of trails out with this tip. I also want to leave the very inside of the hood shadowed as well. Next, I want to highlight with Fenrisian Gray. And with this color, I'm going to continue to accentuate the areas that I want to be bright. So the very top of all of the folds on the cloth, I want to make sure that the very top area is catching the light. And then I'm also going to start to bring brightness to the very top of this rounded section on the tail of the hood, and the very top area where the sun would be directly hitting it. I want to make sure that that area is the brightest as well. I'm initially painting this as a line highlight, and then I'm going to start to blend it out a little bit and kind of build out the color a little bit as I feel like there's certain places that I want to be brighter. I do want to make sure that I leave a full line highlight on the very outer edge of this hood, right where it is framing the face though. I want to make sure that I have that whole frame really nice and bright, since it's going to help me draw attention to the face and make that a focal point of the miniature. My next color is going to be Ulthuan Gray. With this color, I'm doing more of a line highlight. I'm going to make sure that those areas that I really want to exaggerate become nice and bright. So this is going on top of the folds mostly, and then on the very top of the hood. I really want to make sure that all of the folds are particularly exaggerated, just because that is where the sculpt of this particular area of the miniature is the most interesting. So making sure that those details are nice and light really makes them come to life on the miniature. At this point, I'm going to go back with a little bit of my Fenrisian Gray, and I'm going to kind of mix it into my Ulthuan Gray and make sure everything's a little bit more blended, and kind of bring a little bit more brightness to this side of the hood, just because right now I feel like the main flat area is a little bit dark. And then I want to go all the way up to Ceramite White. This is a color that I want to apply in a few thin layers as a final line highlight to the top of the folds of the cloth and the top of the hood. I don't need to use a lot of this color, and the reason why I started with so many darker gray colors was so that I could use this as a final pop of brightness, since I obviously can't go brighter than this color. But this lets me bring more life to the areas that I really want exaggerated. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more how-to videos, I have another one where I'm going to paint the lining of this coat in the MiniWarGaming Vault, and the link down below in the description. If you don't already have a Vault membership, you can go ahead and click the link, sign up for a 7-day free trial, and get access to my video as well as hundreds of other videos in the MiniWarGaming Vault. So go ahead, click the link, start your free trial, and happy wargaming!